Happy Monday. We are going to get right into it. I don't want to waste a lot of time. We have 20 minutes for abs today, and then we are also going to do a 10-minute ab blast, and then I have to get the kids up. So it was awesome doing my first ever ViscoFit Q&A. That's what I was calling it. Answering the questions that I get from you guys, and it was just awesome, and you guys were so sweet to tune in and ask questions and support me. I really appreciate it. These are all gentle stretches. Guns for girls today. So we're gonna move through. We're gonna do shoulders, biceps, triceps, and like I said, not a lot of break in between them. So I'll show you the 3 exercises we're gonna do so we can keep moving. Give yourself some hugs. If you've had any injuries, surgeries, anything, check with your doctor. I forgot to get my mat out. I'm moving a little slowly this morning, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so the first one we're gonna do is a wind up. So you're gonna hold a single dumbbell, you're gonna hold a dumbbell in each hand. You're gonna straighten your arm out to the side, and we're gonna do a wind up. Okay, so you really have to squeeze your shoulders. As always, your core is super, super tight. Then we're gonna get on our ball, roll off for an incline dumbbell curl, full extension all the way. And then we're gonna do an up, in, up, out, in, and up. So you're gonna hold 2 dumbbells down. You're gonna lift them in front of you, out to the side, back in, all the way up, and all the way down. So I'll go through that with you again. So what we wanna do is the wind up first. So we're really gonna beat our shoulders up this first batch. Wind up, you don't wanna go too heavy. I'm gonna go with 8s. And we are going to do 10. So 1 and 1 is 1, okay? Squeeze, everything is tight, nothing is moving except your arms. Your body is tight. If you don't like this wind up motion, if you have rotator cuff issues, just lift and lower instead. You're not flinging the weights in any way. This is all slow and controlled. 5 more. How do your weights feel? You can drop down at any time or take a break at any time too. That is fine. 2 more. If your form is good, keep your weights. If you need to drop down or drop completely, do that too. No shame in that. Oh, good job. Okay, so we're gonna go right into our incline dumbbell curl. I'm going to grab 10s. Again, there's not a lot of break time, so you wanna roll off until your butt is about 6 or 7 inches off the ground. Your core is super tight. You extend, make sure the weights aren't hitting the ground, and curl up. We're doing 15. Stay with my pacing. We don't wanna rush. Make sure you breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Come on. 6 more. How do your weights feel? These are getting really heavy, but that's what you want. If they're too easy for you, then you want to go up. It's a thing too. You don't just have to drop down. You can always drop and go up if you feel like you're getting too much, too easy. I want to change up this next exercise to get a little triceps in here. So you're going to hold a single weight down. You're going to lift it up over your head. You're going to lower it behind you and down. So that way we're working shoulders and triceps. I'm going to go, it's only 1 exercise, but again, it's shoulders too. So you don't want to go too heavy. Someone is saying hello. Oh. Okay, are you ready? Your feet are hip width apart, your core is tight. Up, lower, squeeze your triceps, and lower. Remember, your core is tight. Nothing is moving except your arms. We have 10 more. Squeeze those shoulders, squeeze those triceps. Your elbows should be pointing up at the ceiling. Again, our pacing is pretty moderate. You do not want to rush through these. I think we have 4 more. Is that right? 2 more. We got this. Good. 1 more. It should be feeling heavy at this point, so good job. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next 3. We might come back to those later if we have time, but because we only have 20 minutes, I doubt we will. So we're gonna do a wrist roundabout. So you're gonna hold light weights in your hands, and I want you to squeeze. So we're gonna do 15 out, and then 15 in. Full range of motion. Super important. Again, don't go too heavy. I'm going with 5s. And that should do me pretty right. Okay, your feet are hip width apart, core is tight, always, always. Shoulders back. Oh, keep breathing. 14, 15. Take a little break, and then we're going in the opposite direction. I'm gonna drop down. I felt my form starting to falter, and we still have 11. And I care about form more than anything else. Good job. Okay. Shake it out. Then we're gonna do a hammer twist. So you're gonna do a regular hammer curl, which means the weights are facing front to back. You're gonna curl up and down. Then you're gonna twist the dumbbell so your palms are facing the back of the room, and you're gonna squeeze up. So this is gonna hit your biceps and your forearms. I forgot to tell you what all 3 were, so I'll tell you what the next one is so we can move right into it. You're gonna do a standing shoulder press with a rotation. You're gonna stand like this, palms facing you, and you're gonna rotate up and down. So let's do those one right after the other. So hammer twist. This part is the part that really gets me. So I might normally go with an 8, or yeah, a 10, but I'm gonna go with an 8 instead. So weights are facing front to back, curl up, down, rotate, curl up, and down. So we're doing 10 of these. I inhale and exhale. Try to inhale through my nose, out through my mouth. Sorry, I'm doing this all wrong. Hammer curl up and down, then this up and down. Oh my goodness, the 8s were the right weight for me to pick. Let's do 3 more. I have an exercise where you just hammer curl up and then you rotate at the top and go down. This is not that. All right. I think that I might have forgotten to turn on my timer, and I did. So let me just see how far along we are. Okay, so we are in at 9:47. Okay, so I'm going to set this alarm for 10 more minutes. Hold on, I just got to do something. Just stay with me for So the big goal is that we're rotating through our forearms, our biceps, our triceps, all of that. It's really important that we hit everything and we give it a great, that we work them all and really burn them up, because that is important. Okay, so now we're going to do our standing shoulder press. Again, you don't want to go too heavy, but it is a press, so you can do a little bit more. So I want to have your palms facing you. Oh, hi. How are you? I'm glad to see you on. Okay, your palms are facing you. Squeeze up and squeeze down. We're doing 15. Everything is tight. How do your weights feel? You want to make sure that it's not super easy for you. We have 5 more. And these last 5 are going to be tough, but my form is good, so I'm sticking with these weights. 3 more. One more. Good job. Okay. The next one we are going to do, next 3 that we're going to do an up and over. So I want you to hold 2 dumbbells on this side, and you're going to swing them from side to side. So really this is going to work your entire arm and your shoulders. Keep that core tight, super important. Then we are going to do tricep pulses. So I want you to stand in this position, hinge over. Your arms go behind you with your palms facing up, and you squeeze up. So I want you in the upper, your range of motion, you know, is going to be like this. I literally want you in this spot. Only moving about 6 or 7 inches. And then I'm going to do a tri-star. So you're standing straight up, holding dumbbells against your chest. You're going to extend your arms down, back in, to the side, back in, and then up. And you really want to squeeze those triceps, keep those abs tight. Very, very important. Okay, I've got to get my hair up off my neck. Now I know I never wear my hair down. It is just too hot. Okay, so up and over. You don't want to go crazy heavy, but you definitely want to challenge yourself. I'm going to go with my 8s. Okay, your feet are hip width apart, your core is tight. We are doing 12 in all. You are not flinging, you're squeezing your arms and your shoulders. You also need your core to assist you. Come on, 2 more. 1 more. Drop the weights if you have to. No shame in that whatsoever. Shake it out. Now we're going to do our tricep pulses. I'm going to go with 10s and see how that goes. Again, this is a small range of motion. Okay, feet hip width apart, core tight, hinge over. Your arms are behind you. Get in that top range of motion. Do 15. Squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. I definitely could not have gone heavier than that for those. Maybe I could have done a 12 for 1 or 2 reps, but you want really good form. You want slow and controlled, and when you go too heavy, you have to use momentum to get through that, and you don't want to do that. Okay, tri-stars. I'm going to try 8s. I can always drop down. So with this one, again, we are focusing on our triceps. Obviously, your shoulders are going to get hit. That's cool, but just retain control. Pay attention to the weights. Pay attention to form. Feet hip width apart. So I want your hands together. Squeeze them down. Squeeze them out, squeeze those triceps. We're doing 15, or sorry, we're doing 12. That was 2. Squeeze those triceps. That is what you want to picture in your mind's eye. I am dropping down. Woo. I think we have 9 more to do, right? Squeeze. My triceps are screaming. Yours should be too. How many more do we have? I think 7. We got this. Do not release your core. You need that assistance. Dropping down to 3s. That is what we do. We push ourselves until we are gassed out. 4 more. And then we drop down because we always want the best form. 2 more. We can do this. We can fight. If you can be heavier than the weights I'm doing, that is awesome. If you have had to drop the weights by now, that is totally cool. Good work. Shake it out. We're moving at a very good pace, which is great. So how are we doing on time? Awesome. So the next one we're gonna do is a wrist burn. So your arms are gonna be straight out in front of you holding light dumbbells. Rotate up and down, up and down. So you're gonna wanna squeeze those forearms. Don't go crazy heavy. I'm reaching for my 5s. I'll see how that goes. I might drop down to my 3s. We have 5 more. I'm gonna stick with this weight, even though it's super challenging for me. But my form, I was able to keep my form through that. The next one that we're doing, punching bag. So we're just gonna do cross body. Now, what's important to this is that you get that rotation, okay? You're gonna see one of your feet, one of your heels will come up when you punch. I don't want loose punches. I want super tight, super fast. So 1 and 1 is 1. I want you to hold the weight also. I think I'm gonna go with 5s, see how that goes. So we're going to do 15. Remember, I want sharp, tight, core is tight. Power, sharp moves, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Okay, now I want you on your ball with a single weight. Don't go too light because it's only 1. And I want you to roll out and hold that weight above your chest, not above your face. Lower it down and squeeze your triceps to bring it up. Now, keep in mind, the closer you keep your knees together on the ball, the harder you're gonna have to work with your glutes and your abs. We're doing 15. Squeeze those triceps. Now, if you're too light and this is too easy for you, you're gonna wanna go up. I'm actually gonna go down to a 15. That was great for the first 7, but for the remaining 8, I wanted to drop down a tiny bit. Squeeze. Three more. Awesome. Okay, let's stretch out and then Get into abs. Elbow up in the air. Stretch those forearms, wrists, biceps. Feels so good. All right, give yourself some hugs and let's get into abs and make this happen. All right. So the first one we're gonna do is a side to side. So you know I love a plank, you know I think they're super useful exercises. So what I want us to do with this one, so make sure I have enough room, is you're gonna get into plank position. I want you to step twice to the right, knee to elbow, knee to elbow. When you do knee to elbow, you have to squeeze your obliques, okay? This is the area that we're targeting. And it's challenging. It's not an easy, super easy thing to do. So it's critical that you keep good form. If you can't touch your knee with your elbow, don't worry about it. Okay, so we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're gonna do 10. And your steps don't have to be big. So 1, 2, knee to elbow, knee to elbow. And I want that knee out to the side, not in front of you. If you can't get through all of these, don't get discouraged. You take those breaks when you need to, and as long as you're doing your best, that's all you need to worry about. You will build up in the number of reps you can do, the weights you can do, all of that. One more. Challenging. Very, very challenging. Okay. The next one we're going to do, we're going to get into forearm planks. So this is your position, and I just want you to dip your hip to each side. Do not expect that you're going to be able to touch your hips all the way to the floor. That's not what it's about. It's about really using great control over this section of your body. One side, one side. If you cannot do these, because they are more challenging, just hold in a forearm plank for the time that we're doing these. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to do 12. Okay? Okay, now I want you to hold in a forearm plank. Everything's tight, tight, tight. Feet are together. Hi, sweetie. You okay? Okay, go get ready, okay? Oh yeah, totally. You know what that was from. Come on. You know what that was from. Okay, next one we're going to do is an oblique crunch on the ball. I've told you guys before, I said it last night, my obliques were a huge problem area for me. After having kids, could not get rid of them. Didn't matter like what I did with my eating or exercising. They didn't go away until I really started targeting them with weight workouts. Okay, this is your position. Your arm is wrapped around, your hand is lightly behind your head. You don't pull, and you squeeze and lower. So at some point you want to put your hand there and make sure that you're squeezing. So we're going to do 15. Oh my gosh, the sky is literally like an orange. Or do you remember that? What was that? Crayola color, like burnt sienna. It's so pretty. It goes from like burnt sienna all the way up to yellow, to green, to blue. Wow. Squeeze. I know these are hard. I want a big squeeze. Awesome. Okay, other side. You're keeping everything tight, right? Come on. Take a break when you need to. I know these can have a really intense burn. 5 more. Good job. Okay, now next, one of my favorite exercises. If you saw me at my friend Dory's house last week, and I did this with her kids' toy bunny, it was actually really funny. Okay, ball pass. You're gonna hold it between your feet, not between your legs, okay? You're gonna squeeze your abs, and then you extend, keeping your hands and feet off the ground. Pass it again. So let's do this one for time. This is a good one to do for time as opposed to reps. So let's go for 1 minute, and let's kick some butt. Squeeze those abs the entire time. This is slow and controlled. We are not rushing. You can also use a pillow for this. You really need to squeeze. The burn is going to be intense. Take those breaks when you need to. Squeeze. Do not go like this and drop the ball into your hands. We want to pass it. And don't hold your breath, please. Oh my gosh. Take a break when you need to. We have 10 seconds. Less than 10 seconds now. We can totally do this. 2, 1, done. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm so glad we're doing this. So glad. Okay. So the next one we're gonna do is a straight leg sit-up. So if you're working through and you're still working on your ab strength or your core strength overall, just know you might need to tuck your feet under. We're gonna use a dumbbell and we're gonna squeeze all the way over, get as close to our feet as we can, and then roll down. Now, I don't want you to go too crazy light, but I don't want you to go too crazy heavy either. I'm gonna go with a 10. I feel like that's a good way for me to go. Let's do 10, see where we are, because we might do a few more. We're doing great for time though. Fully extend, squeeze your abs to come up. Squeeze your abs when you lower. Come on, do not hold your breath. How are you feeling? You can drop the weight if you need to, or drop it for a lower weight. Awesome work. All right, with the time we have left, we're gonna do starfish, the exercise everyone loves to hate. Hand is directly underneath your shoulder. This is modified, and this is full. Okay, we're gonna do 30 seconds on each side. And let's start now, because that's gonna give us exactly what we need. We're gonna go right from one side into the other. Squeeze as hard as you can. Look down, I'm gonna bring my Hand a little more directly underneath my shoulder. If you do not keep your abs tight, there is no way you will keep your balance. You have to breathe through this. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Other side. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. You can totally do this. It is challenging. If you need breaks, take them. We have, how much more time? Okay. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, done. Oh, so good. That is really an amazing total body exercise, but your abs have to work extra hard. Stretch, stretch. Oh, so good. Thank you for joining me. I will be on tomorrow morning. Not as early though. I will update later with the time. I'm going to try to rope my best friend into working out with me, so I'll see you later. Bye.